rate located on the diagram. So the wording of the question made it confusing. So
Okay, we'll go over that, sweetie. Okay, so we're doing Michael's biking questions today. Y'all have had time to work on it with your groups. And so I think most of y'all have a pretty good understanding of this, so we're going to go through this pretty quickly. I'll be asking questions. Raise your hands if you want to answer it. So number one, in this assignment, what are the two quantities being compared? Yes, sir.
in miles and 2 hours.
We're comparing distance in miles,
I put hours in
distance in miles, and time in hours, right?
distance.
Yeah, time in hours. So we're comparing miles and hours. So how far can he ride in, so then we had this next one where 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. I did 2 hours first, because that's given, right? So they gave us in the equation, in the diagram over there, they gave us that he went, I'm going to just put it right underneath it, 10 miles in 2 hours. So what did y'all get for 1 hour? Yes, ma'am.
I got 5 miles.
5 miles. So I set up my proportion. We're looking for this, right? So that's how I set up my proportion. What do you do to 2 to get to 1? What did we do? Yes, Kylie.
Divide by 1. No, by 2.
Divide by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, so that's how we got our 5 miles to 1 hour. And 4 hours, use the given information again. Y'all don't have to do the little block, I'm just showing you what we're looking for. Yes, ma'am, Taryn.
20 miles.
20 miles. What was our rate of change? By our rate of change, we multiplied by 2, right? And so our rate, I'm just going to abbreviate, rate of change is 2. Remember, that they didn't ask all that, I just asked you that because we talked about rate of change yesterday. Okay, number 3, how long would it take him to ride 15 miles and 25 miles? What did y'all use for this one? Which one did y'all use for this one?
Just one.
I used 1, just like Kara said, because that's easier for me to multiply to get 5 than 2 is. So we figured out up here that he went 5 miles in 1 hour, and we wanted to know how long it took him to go 15. Okay, because that we had just figured that out, so that's easier. Who raised their hand? Yes, ma'am. Times 3. So our rate of change is what? 3. And how far? How long did it take him?
3 hours.
3 hours. So now we just set up the same proportion for 25 miles. And how long did it take him? Oh, thank you. Bringing my computer back. Yay. Been wondering where that was. Okay, so what was our rate of change here? Our rate of change was 5. So how long did it take him?
5 hours.
5 hours.
Is it okay if you, because this is what I did, I put the hours first over the miles?
Long as you make sure you do it on both sides. Like if you do hours and miles, you have to do hours and miles on both sides. They have to match. I usually, when I'm doing miles and like distance like this, I always put my mileage on top and my hour on the bottom. It makes more sense to me because when we talk about miles per hour, that's how it would be written. So it kind of helps me keep it straight. But the other way is absolutely correct. Okay, write a unit rate that compares the distance in miles as he travels in the simplest form. Well, we already figured that out, right? Because that's what we used up here. So what would you write here? 5 miles over 1 hour. I don't know why they asked us down there. You'd think they would have asked us at the top, but it's out of order. That's fine. So how is the unit rate located on the diagram? So I just wrote C above here. Then I go up here to the top. And I'm just going to do it, well, that's not quite in the middle, but it should be in the middle. So we have 1 hour and 5 miles. They just wanted you to go up there and write it up on your diagram, the top. That's all they were asking for there. So now it's asking us to write an equation. We did one yesterday, very similar, right? There was only, the rate of change would be different. So we have distance, rate, and time. They want you to use T, D for distance, T for time. So we're going to do D equals, what's our rate? 5 times T. Remember yesterday our equation was D equals 2, I think it was 2x, or 2, was it time? Was it 2T yesterday? Oh, yeah. So use the equation to find out how far Michael rides in 3.5 hours. So we can just plug it in. We're looking for D. We're looking for a distance, so that's going to stay the same. So we're using that equation. D equals, I'm going to write it like this just so you don't have to write it like this every time. I'm just showing you. Because remember, when we have anything over itself, it becomes 1. So our hours go away and we're left in miles. So what is 5 times 3.5? 17.5 miles. Now on our last one, I know none of y'all got this because this is a typo. This 5 should be 12. That would have been too easy, right? 1 hour. We'd already figured that out like 4 times. Why are they asking us again? Yeah, 12 miles. How long will it take him to ride 12 miles? So if we use our equation where D equals 5T, we're going to put 12 in for D because that's our distance. Now I want y'all to look at that. Look at this equation. What is this? Have we solved similar to this last unit? This is just a one-step equation, right? And we're going to what?
Divide.
We're going to divide. We want this T by itself. We divide both sides by 5. I'm going to come over here and divide 12 by 5. Bring down a 0. So 12 goes into, or 5 goes into 12 2.4 times. So it takes him 2.4 hours to go 14 miles. Okay, you can also set this up as your proportion where you use your 5 miles over 1 hour. And we're looking for, we have 12 miles. And we're looking for this number, right? So you would figure out this number up here, our rate of change would be 2.4. And so would multiply 1 times 2.4, and we would get 17.5 hours. It's the same way, it's just like we talk about, it doesn't matter how you get somewhere, whatever way makes more sense to you. The equation or setting up the inequality. Okay? We're also going to, tomorrow we'll learn how to solve inequalities a little bit one other way. So you have a choice when you're getting ready to solve your proportions, rather. Yes?
How did 1 hour turn to 2.4?
No, I multiplied. Oh, wait.
How did that multiply to 17.5?
Yeah.
You're right.
It's so
5, let me see.
It's
I divided 5, I multiplied, but wait, you're right. How did, I did that wrong, didn't I?
not 5 miles.
I think
it's
you're looking
12
at the one right above it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I am. I am looking at that one, sorry. Thank you for catching that. This is 2.4. I wrote that right, but then when I wrote it over here,
Wait, were you?
I was looking at this, I was recording it. Yes, I made a mistake. Guys, I'm not perfect. Yes, I looked at this up here and I wrote it down here. Thank you for catching that for me. Yes, I'm going to leave it on there. I make mistakes too. Okay, so we went through that one today. I want y'all to get your homework out.
Bye.